Here's a rule that might be the hardest one to accept, because it goes against everything we've been taught about love. You cannot change a man, and you shouldn't try. Not his habits, not his priorities, not his lifestyle, not the friends he chooses to spend his weekends with, not the gym he wants to join, not the jeans he's had since college that you think look terrible. None of it. When you try to redirect a man, even gently, even lovingly, something shifts. He starts to feel managed, controlled, and a man who feels controlled doesn't feel attracted. He feels trapped. Meet Marcy. She'd been seeing someone for 2 months when he started spending his weekends with his friends instead of her. Her therapist told her to be honest, to express her feelings openly. So she did. She told him she felt lonely. He adjusted. He started spending weekends with her again. She was thrilled. A month later, he stopped calling entirely. Because here's the truth. He didn't want to spend weekends with her. He was just being polite. And politeness isn't love. You can't talk a man into wanting to be with you. Either he wants to, or he doesn't. And no amount of honest communication changes the underlying feeling. Men do what they want to do. When a man can't imagine his life without you, it's obvious. When he can, that's equally obvious. The job isn't to convince him. The job is to read the situation clearly and act accordingly. Now let's talk about who leads. Dating is like a slow dance. Someone has to lead, and it should be him. He's the one who says I love you first. He's the one who suggests meeting his friends, his family, his world. He's the one who plans the dates, makes the calls, moves things forward. Your role? Follow. Gracefully. Without rushing. Don't tell him you've never felt this way about anyone. Don't suggest meeting his parents before he offers. Don't introduce him to your friends before he introduces you to his. Don't let your mother answer the door and spend 20 minutes asking him about his intentions. Keep the energy calm. Keep the mystery intact. And let him set the pace of how deep this goes. He should say I love you first. He should be the one to say I want you to meet my family. When those words come from him, unprompted, uncoached, they mean everything. And now the most important rule of all, don't try to change who he is. If he loves red meat and you're passionate about plant-based eating, that's information. If he'd rather watch football on Saturday than go to the farmer's market with you, that's also information. If he's chronically late, obsessively tidy, or still attached to a hobby you find bizarre, noted. These are Category A issues. Annoying, perhaps, but harmless. You work around them. You accept them. You don't try to fix them. Category B is different. Category B is when he flirts openly with other women in front of you. When he forgets things that matter to you consistently. When he's dishonest, even once. When there's a pattern of behavior that makes you feel unseen, disrespected, or unsafe. Category B doesn't improve with time. It doesn't improve with conversation. It doesn't improve with couples therapy or patience or love. What you see during the early months of dating is who this person is. If he's dishonest now, when he's trying to impress you, imagine who he'll be when the effort fades. The secret to a happy relationship isn't hoping he'll change. It's being honest with yourself about whether you can be genuinely happy with exactly who he is right now. And sometimes the answer is no. And that's okay. There are more men in the world. Here's the irony, though. And this is worth holding on to. When you follow the rules, when you're busy and independent, and not chasing him, and not trying to mold him into someone else, something interesting happens to the men who weren't ready to commit. They become ready. Not because you changed them, but because you became the most interesting, most elusive, most worth pursuing woman they've ever met. The woman who doesn't need to change him is the woman he actually wants to change for. Be that woman. Accept what's real. Walk away from what isn't working. And trust that the right man, the one who genuinely fits your life, is out there. You don't need a project. You need a partner.